At 55, Mike Weir lives a lonely life, and the reasons why go far deeper than you think. How does a Masters champion end up nearly forgotten, missing 128 straight cuts, and quietly disappearing from the main PGA Tour? Mike Weir once stood at the very top of professional golf. In April 2003, he won the Masters tournament at Augusta National, becoming the only Canadian male ever to claim a major championship. He climbed to third in the world rankings, sitting behind only Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. For 106 weeks, he remained inside the global top 10. The entire nation of Canada celebrated their golfing hero. That same year, Weir earned over $2 million and fired 21 rounds under par across 25 tournaments. He won the Bob Hope Classic and the Nissan Open during his incredible 2003 season. The Lou Marsh Trophy recognized him as Canada's outstanding athlete. Everything seemed perfect for the left-handed golfer from Sarnia. But then everything changed. In 2010 at the Heritage Tournament, Weir made a swing that would destroy his career. His club head struck a tree root, tearing a tendon in his right elbow. What started as one injury quickly became a nightmare of cascading physical problems. The elbow injury triggered a chain reaction throughout his body. His right wrist started hurting. Torn cartilage developed in his rib cage. His back became painful. These weren't separate problems, but connected issues that forced him to change his entire swing. The technical breakdown led to what he called bad swing habits that he couldn't fix. The statistics tell a devastating story. His fairway accuracy dropped from 63% in 2003 to just 38% after the injuries. His scoring average ballooned from 69.89 to 75.96. He lost 30 yards off the tee. His greens in regulation fell from 65% to 43%. Most shocking of all, he fired 0 rounds under 70 in 2011, compared to 23 rounds under 70 during his peak year. At the 2011 Honda Classic, Weir shot 85, the highest score of his entire PGA Tour career. He finished dead last in the field. The man who once battled Tiger Woods for major championships was now struggling to break 80. He made only 2 cuts in 15 tour events that season. His world ranking plummeted to 1,693. The physical pain was only part of his suffering. Weir lost his confidence completely. Observers noticed him asking his caddy about basic shots, something unthinkable during his championship days. He appeared lost on the golf course. The general conversation around his career took on a foreboding tone as people wondered if he would ever return to form. Personal struggles made everything worse. Weir went through what he called an ugly divorce during this period. He had to step away from golf to focus on his 2 daughters. His family dealt with anxiety issues, which he discussed publicly through the Dare to Share campaign. The mental and emotional burden was overwhelming. By March 2011, Weir officially lost his full-time PGA Tour card for the first time since 1999. He failed to earn enough money during a medical exemption period, making just over $10,000 when he needed over $200,000 to keep his status. Even though he still had exemptions as a past Masters champion, his inability to perform made those meaningless. Watching golf's biggest stars rise and fall is a roller coaster. If you want to catch every swing, every win, and every heartbreak, FUBO brings you the live coverage you need. Check out our affiliate link below to start your free trial. The struggles continued for years. Between 2007 and 2021, Weir missed a staggering 128 cuts worldwide, including events on the lower-level Korn Ferry Tour. Data Golf labeled 2016 as his worst year qualitatively. By 2015, he announced an indefinite leave of absence from competitive golf after missing 33 straight cuts globally. His attempted comeback proved difficult and slow. Weir tried to rebuild his swing from scratch, spending months watching old footage and taking ownership of his technique. He said he didn't need a teacher anymore, just a set of eyes. The rehabilitation involved heavy band work to rebuild strength. Initially, he could only practice chipping and hitting a 5-iron indoors because he was afraid of hitting into the turf. The technical changes were massive. Weir moved away from the stack and tilt swing method he had adopted and worked toward a new approach. He updated his equipment, getting irons that were hot and a little stronger to gain almost a full club on every shot. While he didn't gain distance off the tee, he started hitting more fairways. His philosophy about golf changed completely. Weir began prioritizing life balance over golf success. He viewed golf as a bonus rather than his primary focus. This mindset shift helped him find some peace, but it also showed how much he had given up on his competitive dreams. When Weir turned 50 in 2020, he joined the PGA Tour champions. The senior circuit offered him a chance to compete against against players his own age with similar physical limitations. In May 2021, he finally won again at the Insperity Invitational in Texas. This marked his first worldwide victory since 2007, ending a 14-year drought. However, his success on the Champions Tour couldn't hide his struggles on the main tour. Weir continued making appearances at the RBC Canadian Open and the Masters tournament using his lifetime exemption. The results were disappointing. He missed the cut at the 2024 and 2025 Masters. He also failed to make the weekend at recent Canadian Opens. Golf analysts now believe Weir simply doesn't have the length to compete on modern courses. He has missed 12 cuts in his last 14 Masters appearances. His 2025 driving distance averages just 277 yards, far short of today's tour standards. The game has evolved past his physical capabilities. Recent statistics show some improvement in his iron play, with positive approach shots to greens. His putting remains inconsistent, with conflicting data showing both positive and negative performance depending on the measurement period. His biggest weakness remains off the tee, where he continues to lose significant strokes to the field. Beyond competitive golf, Weir has found purpose in other areas. He partnered with golf architect Ian Andrew to create Weir Golf Design, though only one course is currently listed under their company. His Mike Weir Foundation shifted focus from general children's welfare to youth mental health through Ontario Wellness Hubs. In 2018, he donated $1.5 million to establish a youth wellness hub in his hometown. Weir maintains some presence in golf media through commentary and podcast appearances. He discusses topics like President's Cup selections and shares stories from his career, including a letter he wrote to Jack Nicklaus at age 14. These appearances help keep his name in the golf conversation, but they're far from the spotlight he once enjoyed. His brand relationships have mostly ended. The long-standing RBC sponsorship concluded by 2017. He still uses Titleist golf balls and maintains some equipment partnerships, but the major endorsement deals are gone. The marketing value of a player who rarely contends has largely disappeared. Today, Mike Weir represents both inspiration and caution in professional sports. His story shows how quickly even the most accomplished athletes can fall due to injury, personal struggles, and the relentless march of time. The physical demands of modern golf have left him behind, despite his best efforts to adapt and recover. Yet his perseverance deserves recognition. Weir never truly quit, even when logic suggested he should. His 2021 Champions Tour victory proved he still possessed the skills that once made him great. His foundation work demonstrates a commitment to helping others navigate mental health challenges he understands personally. Mike Weir will always be remembered as Canada's only male major champion. That achievement can never be taken away, but his later career serves as a reminder that sports glory is temporary and fragile. The galleries that once cheered his Masters triumph have moved on to newer heroes. The game continues without him at its center, leaving behind a champion who learned that sometimes the greatest victory is simply finding peace with what remains.